Welcome once again to raising broilers in small places, as you can see now they're in 4 weeks. They are fully grown. Some have all the white hairs, the yellow hair is disappearing. For some it has totally disappeared, and for some it's still there. As you can see, even their height, I have even put bricks under the feeding troughs because they have increased in height, so that they don't spoil the food. And even you can see I had to extend the box. And secondly, I also got another another room, same size, and put in half of the chickens, because as you can see they have grown. There are very many. But the thing I would also like us to talk about is the issue of electricity. One may wonder, there was a time with the transformer blew, so we had electricity issues. And like I spoke about earlier, I use the heated bulbs, and at the same time I use the rechargeable bulbs. Those rechargeable bulbs I know are very bright. So what I did, I got those file separators that are of different colors, and I covered it so that it's not that bright. So like even when they are resting, they can rest easily, and the room is usually red. I found that the red color has a calming effect on them. And also, still at this age, they don't mind heat, but it shouldn't be so much. Please note, I'm not a vet, but from my experience I have learned that if there is too much heat, I was informed earlier by a friend of mine who had also done the poultry before, that if too always exposing them to a lot of heat also makes them susceptible to the gomboro disease. So try, and because so that is when they get some cold air, that is how they're able to grow their feathers, you get. But also it's a little bit of everything. Then the other thing we could talk about is also, still at this stage, you can see that you need to keep monitoring the coffee husks. You need, because remember, you're in a small space, and you should also, and since they eat a lot of food, you should know that as much as they eat, this means that this same food, they produce a lot of waste, and that means you regularly have to keep changing your coffee husks, or not, but like make sure they are dry. They have to be dry. That's why you see the chicken are white as they are. If not, you find they are dirty, and it's also not easy to see if there is a problem. But as you can see, the space is also becoming congested. Remember, the room, it's a storeroom, very small one, and now they have grown, and broilers, they love space. Not so much space where they have enough for fighting and doing whatnot, but enough space to do what they love to do. Then, what other thing we do need to talk about, as in when they come to and yeah, at this point I've also learned how to remove the light, but I leave the red light. Like earlier I've told you, when you put that rechargeable light, because it's not hot, it does not burn, I'm able to put that pepper, and then they rest. The light is minimum. It helps them, like for those who feel they need to eat, they can move. They're able to see what they're doing and where they are going. Yeah, so basically that is it. But as you can see, they are very fine, they are very fit. During this phase I only lost like 2 of them, and I think one was because of negligence. When they were babies, I was trying to remove the beddings, and I covered one without knowing. And because all of them are chipping, it was hard for me to tell. It was heartbreaking, but it happened. So next time I'll learn. So maybe the other thing I can tell you is that you're going to make mistakes. But from these mistakes, you will learn. You will learn. When we make mistakes, we learn. It's heartbreaking, especially when you're the one who has helped them reach the level they are. But you learn to do better, you learn to be more careful. And as you can see, the box is higher. I've extended, I've even added another trough, and the watering can is not enough, but I took others to another side. But all in all, this is good, and that is how I cover the light, so that even if the electricity goes, they are not frightened. But at this age, they are not so frightened like before. When they are babies, that is when the problems come. When the light goes off, they stockpile into one corner, and yeah, you find when they have slept on top of each other and killed each other. But here at this age, they are more brave. They are more brave. They are more brave. So this is doable. If you do it in your store, just remember one thing: coffee husks or whatever bedding you use, be careful. Yes, just make sure. If it's smelling for you, you know now the ones who are sleeping in are having a hard time. Yes.